In Benin City, twin sisters, Adunni and Ayoka, were born. They were inseparable, sharing everything from childhood dreams to food. People believed twins had one destiny. One day, a wealthy trader, Babatunde, came to their village. He wanted to marry Adunni, but their parents had a belief: twins must never be separated. To keep them together, Babatunde agreed to marry both sisters. At first, the twins were happy in their new home. But when Ayoka could not have children, jealousy began to grow in her heart. Trouble was on the way. Months passed, and Adunni became pregnant. The entire household celebrated. Ayoka forced a smile but felt bitter inside. When the baby arrived, it was a healthy boy named Olimide. Babatunde was overjoyed and showered Adunni with love and gifts. Ayoka felt forgotten. One evening, their mother, Mama Abeni, visited. She noticed Ayoka's sadness. "My daughter, do not envy your sister. Your time will come." But Ayoka's heart was already filled with envy. She made a secret plan to take Adunni's place. Ayoka could no longer bear watching her sister enjoy motherhood. She visited an old woman named Aya Alakimi, known for her strange powers. "I want my husband's love," Ayoka whispered. "I want my own child." Aya Alakimi gave her a special powder. "Sprinkle this in Adunni's food. She will fall sick, and Babatunde will turn to you." Ayoka hesitated, but her jealousy won. That night, she mixed the powder into Adunni's soup. Adunni ate, unaware of the danger. The next morning, Adunni woke up weak and dizzy. She could barely carry her baby. Babatunde called the best healers, but no one could cure her. Ayoka pretended to help. She took care of Olimide, hoping Babatunde would see her as the better wife. One night, Adunni whispered, "Sister, I feel like someone did this to me." Ayoka looked away, feeling guilty. But when Babatunde began spending more time with her, her guilt turned to pride. Her plan was working. That night, Adunni had a strange dream. A tall woman in white appeared. "Your sickness is not natural. Someone close to you did this." Adunni woke up shaking. She thought of her sister but refused to believe it. Meanwhile, Ayoka was happy. Babatunde now slept in her room, and she was treated like the first wife. But Aya Alakimi's spell had a cost, a price Ayoka did not know she had to pay. A week later, Ayoka started feeling weak. She could not eat or sleep. She rushed back to Aya Alakimi. "Why am I falling sick?" she cried. The old woman laughed. "You took from your sister, now your own body rejects happiness." Ayoka begged for help, but the woman only shook her head. A jealous heart brings its own punishment. Ayoka returned home in fear. She knew the gods were watching. Babatunde called another healer, Baba Adibeo, to cure both his wives. After touching Adunni's forehead, Baba Adibeo frowned. "Someone close to you caused this sickness." Ayoka's hands trembled. Babatunde turned to her. "Ayoka, do you know anything about this?" "No, my husband," Ayoka lied, but her voice was shaky. Baba Adibeo gave Adunni herbs and told her to rest. But Ayoka's sickness grew worse. The gods were angry. One night, thunder rumbled over their home. A voice echoed in the wind, "A wicked heart cannot go unpunished." Ayoka screamed, clutching her stomach in pain. She knew she had to confess. She ran to Adunni's room, fell to her knees, and wept. "Sister, forgive me. I poisoned you out of jealousy." Adunni gasped in shock. Babatunde heard everything. The truth was out. Babatunde was furious. "Ayoka, you betrayed your own blood." The village elders were called. Ayoka was judged. The priest declared, "The gods are angry. You must leave this home." Ayoka wept. "Please, Do not send me away. But the elders had spoken. Babatunde agreed. Ayoka was banished. Adunni, still weak, felt pity. Sister, I forgive you, but you must face your punishment. Ayoka left in tears, regretting her actions. After Ayoka left, Adunni's health slowly returned. The home became peaceful again. Babatunde promised never to allow jealousy to destroy their family. He became a better husband, cherishing Adunni and Olumide. One day, a messenger arrived. Ayoka wishes to see you. Adunni hesitated. Could she forgive her sister? She decided to go. Ayoka walked for days, her feet covered in blisters. She was hungry and weak. No one in Benin City would take her in because they heard of her wickedness. She arrived in a distant village and met an old woman named Mama Folek. Please, help me, Ayoka begged. Mama Folek gave her food and shelter. You have a troubled spirit, the old woman said. Tell me your story. With tears in her eyes, Ayoka told everything. Mama Folek sighed. The gods punish, but they also forgive. You must seek redemption. Ayoka wanted to change, but how? Mama Folek made Ayoka work hard. She swept the compound, fetched water, and cooked food. You were once a rich wife. Now, you must learn humility, the old woman said. At first, Ayoka struggled. But over time, she became patient and kind. She no longer complained. One day, Mama Folek smiled. Your heart is softer now. But true forgiveness comes when you return to the people you hurt. Ayoka shivered. Can I ever go back? Mama Folek nodded. One day, but not yet. Ayoka saw a poor woman with a sick child. The woman begged for food, but no one helped. Ayoka remembered Adunni's kindness and gave the woman her own meal. The woman cried. May the gods bless you. For the first time, Ayoka felt true happiness. She realized kindness was greater than jealousy. Mama Folek saw everything. You are ready to return, she said. But the journey back will not be easy. Ayoka took a deep breath. She was ready. Ayoka traveled for weeks, facing hunger and storms. She reached the outskirts of Benin City but hesitated. What if they chase me away, she whispered. But she knew she had to face her past. With courage, she walked into the city. People stared. Is that Ayoka? Some whispered. Others shook their heads. She was banished. Why has she returned? Ayoka went to the village elder's court, fell to her knees, and said, I have come to seek forgiveness. Would they listen? The village elders were silent. Finally, one elder spoke, You betrayed your blood. Why should we forgive you? Ayoka wept bitterly. I have changed. I lived in suffering and learned my lesson. I only wish to beg my sister. The elders nodded. Then, you shall meet Adunni. Ayoka's heart raced. Would Adunni accept her? Ayoka fell to her knees. Please, forgive me. Adunni's heart was full of emotions. She remembered the pain but also the love they once shared. She knelt and hugged Ayoka tightly. I forgave you long ago, sister. The whole family watched in silence. The bond of twins could never be broken. Babatunde stepped forward. You caused great pain, Ayoka. Can I trust you again? Ayoka wiped her tears. I do not ask for a place in this home, only your forgiveness. Babatunde sighed. You are still my wife, but trust takes time to rebuild. Ayoka nodded. She knew she had to prove herself. Would she ever find peace in this home again? Babatunde gave Ayoka a small house near the farm. She worked hard, never complaining. One day, Adunni fell sick again. Ayoka rushed to take care of her, making special herbal tea. Babatunde washed. The old Ayoka would have been happy to see Adunni weak. Now, she showed only love and care. Perhaps, she had truly changed. Months passed. Ayoka helped take care of Adunni's children. She no longer felt jealous, only grateful. One evening, Babatunde gathered everyone. The gods have seen your change, Ayoka. You are fully welcomed back into this home. Tears streamed down Ayoka's face. She had been given a second chance. Adunni squeezed her hand. We are still sisters. Ayoka smiled. Always. Years later, the story of the twin wives became a lesson for the village. People said, jealousy brings destruction, but love brings peace. Ayoka and Adunni lived as true sisters again, teaching their children about forgiveness. The gods were pleased. And so, the tale of the twin wives of Benin City was passed down for generations.